Hey guys, what's up? Elliot here, I'm back. First off, I want to apologise for not making a Let's Talk for episode 2. The main issue was I just didn't have enough time. I had a wedding that weekend. I didn't get around to watching the episode on the first day, so I watched it Friday night in a hotel room. So there wasn't really any time for me to film a discussion and talk about it, so I figured I'll just leave it, wait till episode 3. I'll watch episode 3 later as well because, again, time, busy, things like that. So I figured I'll do a Let's Talk now, just before episode 4 comes out, which is tomorrow, and I'll do a Let's Talk on the Friday. I also do have another video coming out this week explaining my schedule for the shows I want to talk about and videos and stuff, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's just get into the episode, I guess. Oh, and quickly, I'm wearing my Bulldogs jersey. I went out on a Saturday just gone for Halloween fancy dress and I decided to go as Archie Andrews. I'll put a quick picture up here. It was a really good night, I had a great time. A bunch of people spotted like who I was. It was quite funny, my mate was dressed up as Jughead. It was a really good time. But let's get into the episode. Firstly, I want to talk about everyone's reactions to the current season. I think it's quite interesting because I personally love it and love the direction it's going in and everything that it's doing. So do a lot of my friends. I don't know anyone out of my friends at least that don't like what the show is. Like, some people were worried out of my friends that the show would go too supernatural or it would do something, but everyone's enjoying it quite a lot, and I'm enjoying it a lot more than the previous season, which will season 2 be. I think most people's biggest complaint is it's too supernatural, or it's too, it's too out there, it's too strange, it's just too unbelievable. But I argue that that's Riverdale. It always kind of has been Riverdale. It's always stupid, it's always over the top, it's a bit cheesy, it's a bit cringy, and it's the genres are always changing. That's like the idea of the show. The showrunner even come out and said how the idea of the show is to take the characters from Archie comics and put them in different scenarios and see how they react to those scenarios. So season 1 being a murder mystery, season 2 being a serial killer and a mob story, and now season 3, which to me it's kind of like a noir slash supernatural kind of thing, like a noir meets supernatural. The creators have come out and said that season 3 is not going to be supernatural, but the shit that's going on with the Gargoyle King, I can't think of an explanation for that to be not supernatural. Yeah, it's possible that someone's dressed up as the Gargoyle King because it does look like an outfit, it does look a bit silly and goofy, and I love the design. I think it looks sick and it's just creepy, and whatever it is, I don't really care. However, I can't see how they can explain someone just dressed up making people kill themselves unless they bring in like the whole mind control thing, like, get spinning like a watch or whatever it is in front of someone's eyes and like making them hallucinate or whatever it is. But the only way I can think of it is if it's demons, if it's witches, if it's some sort of supernatural element, because there's kids killing themselves. Like every episode so far, someone's killed themselves. Like, episode 1, Ben and Doily took the drink and then Doily died. Episode 2, Ben jumped out of a window for the Gargoyle King. I don't know if Ethel is dead. I was kind of confused whether she is or not, so I guess we'll see. Well, we're not going to see in this next episode. It's going to be a flashback episode, which I am very excited for. I think it's such a sick idea, it's really cool. But this whole idea of Griffins and Gargoyles is people are going to be killing themselves. Like, now the whole school have it. Like, the end of the episodes, Jughead walking into school and seeing that everyone has a copy of this like book, like the rule book for this like really deadly game. I'm really intrigued. I'm really excited to see where this show's going. I'm loving it. It's got some really creepy vibes. We've got some good Jughead and Betty stuff going down, and I think season 2 kind of lacked a lot of that. Betty was great season 2, but Jughead was up and down for me season 2. So was Archie, and we'll get on to Archie's story in a second. But I love Jughead in this episode. The whole bunker thing with them going down to the bunker and meeting Ethel and him then playing the game and then her taking the cutlass or whatever it was and almost like killing herself. I just said cutlass. I don't know what. The cup of the poisoning, not a cutlass. Cutlass is like a pirate sword. But in general, loving the Jughead investigating stuff. It's classic Jughead and it's great. It's classic Jughead and Betty, Bughead or whatever you want to call it. And then the Archie stuff, which personally I'm loving. I'm loving everything about the current season. I don't think episode 1, 2 or 3 are bad at all. I have seen people out there saying that they're bad, and I think it's just personal opinion. I think it comes down to and genre. Like, some people don't like the direction that the show's going in. For me, I signed up for this to be a different story every season. Like, every season's a new mystery, every season's a new something weird going on, and I'm totally fine with it going super crazy and super out there. Eventually the supernatural's going to come. I think it's inevitable because they're going to run out of places to go, or I mean, it's possible, I guess, but you've got Sabrina, which is this huge supernatural show, which is set 100% set in the same universe. It's just the way they're explaining it is Greendale supernatural, Riverdale isn't, which is fine. I can believe that. I can buy that. It's this cool, weird thing, but I think eventually we're definitely getting it. Whether we've got it now, and the Goggle King is part of that, who knows? I think we are in the supernatural, and the creators are just saying it's not because they don't want people to leave. Who knows? But either way, I'm loving it. But the whole Archie thing, I feel like Archie's character's finally back where it needs to be, and back where, I don't know, it feels like Archie again from season 1 and season 2A. Because the whole season 2B stuff with the mob, and sure, it was interesting, I did kind of enjoy it. Eventually, personally, for me, it got a bit tiresome. He wasn't acting like himself, he wasn't playing the character. I felt like everything he did was very out of character for Archie. It was very selfish in some places. However, this episode was great. It had the whole fight stuff in the pit, which I think is brilliant. Love how it's just taking all these great prison movies and just sort of using them and blending them and like homaging a lot to all these great films. Like in episode 2 when they did the football match, I thought that was wicked. I really enjoyed that. But one of my favourite scenes of this episode are 2 Archie scenes. It's when Archie's talking to his dad, and he's trying to figure out a way to make the show go on, sort of thing. Like, he doesn't want to beat down on these kids and these other people in the cells. He doesn't want to beat down all these people for the warden and like make them suffer, and he can't think of a way to get over it. And he has this kind of like moment where he's talking to himself, but he kind of pictures his dad, and he has this cool conversation with Fred. Obviously, like, he's not actually there, it's like a vision or whatever else, but he's having this conversation with himself where he's trying to figure out a way to satisfy the warden's bloodlust, but not, you know, destroy it himself. So he decides to take a beating himself and just let them wail on him.
One wants a show, he'll get a show. Come at me. Damn it, come at me! The best you got? I said come at me. Let's make me bleed.
As for as long as he feels like it's necessary, and then he'll just knock him out in 1 or 2 punches. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a really cool scene, and I'm just feeling really bad for Archie right now. He's in a really shit situation. My second favourite scene takes place after the big fight that Archie just won, and he was given a bunch of Mad Dog's odd stuff and everything, and then he just sort of loses it and gets super angry, and he's thinking of Hiram because he's innocent. He's 100% innocent. He did nothing wrong, and he's been not only arrested, taken away from his family, his loved ones, and everyone, you know, he's being used as this like war dog puppet thing, and made to bend to the warden's will, because he won't. Sure, he's not going to punish Archie. Archie's like, he's fine with being punished, but he doesn't want to see his friends get punished, like Jughead's friends and the people that are in there. He doesn't want to see other people suffer, so he takes the suffering himself, which I think is 100% Archie's character, which is why I'm loving Archie's character arc. I feel like Archie's back on track. He's in a really shit situation, but he's trying to stay positive. He's trying to look out for everyone else. He's being selfless, not selfish, which is what I think was a big problem of season 2 Archie. And they're going to try and break out of prison, which again is wicked. You know, like some great escape stuff, some Breaking. I was going to say Breaking Bad, not Breaking Bad. Prison Break esque things. It's interesting. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. If they're going to go proper old school and they're going to like dig a hole, or they're going to mine out, or who knows, or they're going to get some guards in on it. I don't know. I think that's going to be quite interesting to have Archie break out, have to prove his innocence, which, you know, it's going to happen, and I can't wait for. I think there is an episode in the future called Breakout or Outbreak or something weird like that. The first half of season 1 finale, like the mid-season final, is probably going to be Archie breaking out with all these other serpents and ghoulies. But that's it. I wanted to keep this video a bit quicker than the other one. It went on for like 17 minutes. I think the other one, hoping this one hasn't gone on as long. I'm really excited for the next episode. I believe it's a flashback episode where it has the current casts playing their parents. So Archie's playing Fred, Jughead's playing FP, Betty's playing Alice, and they've got Jason Blossom, the actor who played Jason Blossom in season 1. They've got him coming back to play Cheryl's dad. I'm really intrigued to see what they do. I also do know that Hiram's son, like his real son in real life, is playing young him, and the two look like identical. It's creepy how close they look. And that's tomorrow night. Well, it's tomorrow for me. It's tonight, Wednesday night in America. That's one annoying problem, is Americans get it like a night before we do, so I have to wait, sadly, but I'm very excited for it. It looks like an interesting episode. I imagine some people won't like it. They'll feel like it's a bit too out there, a bit too weird, a bit too silly, but again, that's Riverdale. It isn't supposed to be taken seriously. It's self-aware, it's strange, and I love it. It's something I really enjoy sitting down to every Thursday to watch. it's something to look forward to. I love theorising things, and I'm hoping to stay on track this time. So my Let's Talk for episode 4 should be out on Friday. I'm also going to do a Let's Talk on Legacies. I don't know when that's going to come. I have a plan for when I want to do it, but we'll see. Until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.